Hey guys, how's it going? April 21st, while I clear my throat. Boy, I didn't get too far tonight, and I'm already at a roadblock that I'm not too sure I can get by, at least not without some help. Uh, this is the frustrating thing. I didn't even get in, well, I shouldn't say that. I did go into Unity, and then I thought, well, before I go importing any more images, I got to make sure these things line up. And that's where everything just went nuts. So let me try to explain this one and see if we can figure out how to do it. I got two programs. Try to disregard the banging up there. I don't know what's going on, but none of my business. Let's see. What do we got here? Volume's too high, that's for one. I'll bring my own volume down. Okay. So I've got a couple different programs. Neither one is helping me out very much. But I'll best try to explain this by going into the images, and I'll show you what I mean. Now, I can do this. Okay, well let me paint the picture here for a second. We'll just go right into. I think this will take me. Yeah. Okay. No, that's not what I want. Let's go right into the card for a minute here. Card's inserted, so the images that I took. What day is this? So this was back on the 17th, so very recent. Obviously, I'm not taking images of yards for, the hell of it. There's a reason why I'm still doing this, plus a reason why I'm still plugging away at this. And some people complain about taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Try my life. Anyways, so here's the issue we have. So I'm flying along. The reason why I couldn't go any further right this time around. Now, mind you, I'm using much higher resolution, which will give me the ability to zoom further without pixelation. So that's cool. That's exactly what I want. So I couldn't go any further right in the yard. So I'm flying my drone basically sideways. And I start out somewhere around here where I'm off showing the other pictures, or showing the other cars that are in the yard, although I did take images of them later. Now here's the thing, when you're flying, when you're flying, be it because of winds or air currents, guess the same thing, whatever, the drone is very good at holding position. It's not perfect. And I can't lock on a heading. This isn't, drones are not that sophisticated, at least not mine isn't, and I don't think there's any drone on the market that is. So this isn't like Google Earth. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to represent an image that I can use and actually basically have the rights to distribute it without having to go through Google or API or anything like that. So this is my image. This is from my drone at an altitude of 120 meters approximately, although that's another thing. Altitude changes as well. Usually it sits around 120, but I notice it will drift as I move, sometimes a little bit higher or a little bit lower. Usually about a meter or so, I usually catch it. So there's a lot of factors involved here. And that's okay because I can still try to process the image, or I can do something to make the image right, but it takes a little bit of work. Sometimes I ask myself, would it be easier for me to just go with a whole 3D simulator and not worry about the images. Get some textures, etc. Start putting, or just deal with the track first and start dealing with the track, and then I'll worry about scenery later. The fact is, I probably will never get to scenery because I'm not an artist. To do up these kind of images, those kind of trees, the way I want. This is the best that I can get. Now these images are what it looks like here. I'll show you what it looks like in Unity first of all. I'll do that at least. And I'll show you what I've been up to, I think as of last night. I think I shared these with Scott, who's provided basically support, encouragement, has basically provided some assets as well. I haven't even got to all his assets because I need to figure out some of these other challenges that I have to get by. So we'll go into the RTS project as I left it yesterday. I haven't saved anything else. And I have a lighting that I personally enjoy. So again, 10 steps forward, 9 steps back. It is pretty good. I like it. And I'll go through and I passed a couple of these images off to Scott just to see. He thought it looked great. Personally, it's not absolutely perfect, but it's pretty damn good. As far as I can tell, anyways. So when I go in, and we will go ahead and we will. I think we're loading up. Yeah. Okay. So if I was to go into, in fact, let me go ahead and do a build, and I'll show you what I am looking at here. Actually, belay that 1 second. Let's go in a little higher, or a little more detailed. You can see I'm able to zoom in without the pixelation. So I'm getting pretty good, whereas here, if I was to go to the actual image, now let's just try to I'm just going to focus on this area here. You can see this is the actual image resolution. If I was to go in over to say the bridge, let's say, now see it's pixelating. So it's still, at some point I have to, let's just see here. Okay, it's definitely pixelating, which is okay, but I'll take it for whatever. But to just get the lighting to where I wanted it now was a step, but it's not as perfect as I would like it to be. So I'm not going to do a half-ass. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something right from the get-go. Let me take this out of slideshow. Let me take that back into the image from above, and from a full screen standpoint, this is where I want to be running the yard anyways. You'd see, I'll show you actually, let me go into some further images at about the same. Yeah, you can see the cars here. So in fact, I can go even further. I'm going to be going to Sunday images pretty soon. Hang on a second. Let me find the Sunday images if I can. No, that's not the ones I want. I was showing this the other day. No, that's not what I want. Go back to 379. Okay, there we go. So I did go, eventually I did go, whoa, 379. show you the engines, for example. So this is at 120 meters. So this is, you know, this isn't quite full screen, obviously, but it's pretty close. You see the borders in there and all this, so it's basic scale. But if you scale it up, it'll get slightly bigger, and this is the type of screen you're looking at when looking over at your train. You'll see a few cars behind you. You'll be able to see the engines. You'll be able to see, you know, the engine's going to be, say, right in the center, actually, sort of like this. The lights would be, you know, if it's at night, it would be lighting up ahead, or vice versa. If it's going backwards at night, a conductor would be riding on the back, shining a lantern, would be able to light up, you know, pretty much to see how things are going if the yard's not lit. So everything's fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, but here's the problem. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's go back to this whole thing with 92, which is the first image from my set. So here's the issue. When we go from 92 to 93, you don't see the overlap. There is one, because I must have picked up something that I saw, and indeed there is. You can see this right up here. That is part of, let me see here. Trying to think of where. It's hard to say, but it is. Damn it. I did it up in I basically rotated, or could see that if I rotated enough, it was there. And that's the problem, is the rotation changes. The altitude could also change a bit, which I've said is an issue. So I'm going to kill Unity for now. Actually, I'll minimize it. We should be okay. I think we'll be okay. Yeah. So I've got two programs that I can use. I have got Paint, which I can rotate. Well, there's a few ways I can rotate it. I've got Paint, so if I was to open up 292, I don't have too many options here, unfortunately. So when you look at rotate, you can flip horizontal, vertical, 180, 90, 90. That's it. That's all the resize you get. The resize, you get a lot of options, which is great. I don't know what that skew means. Maintain axis ratio. I don't think that's a true rotation. That's just weird. How the hell does it skew? I don't know how that does that. And why does it do it only for that? See, I don't know how to. I don't know much about that. So resize. If I skew 10 degrees that way. No, that's not it. Okay, so that, yeah, I don't like that at all. So if I go 10 degrees that way and minus 10, oh, you can't can't use minus? Okay, so that's not what I want. Okay, gotcha. Cancel that. So rotate doesn't really give me any other. I can zoom in, zoom out, full screen, grid lines, rulers. I have no option. So that's out of the question. Don't save that. So that ain't gonna work. Hey guys, how's it going? If you guys can figure out the little challenge I'm coming up to, please let me know, because I want to keep going here. The other program I have, I just hope I don't have to get Paint Shop Pro, and I don't even know if Paint Shop Pro, I imagine Paint Shop Pro does it. And yeah, I might go out for it if I don't. I got this thing called Paint.net. So using Paint doesn't seem to work, so what does Paint.net do? And I tried this as well in here, and because I heard this was like a cheap version of Paint Shop Pro, so I got it a while back. And if I want to go in here to, like, they got layers and all kinds of stuff, image, so you got these resize, crop to canvas size, adjustments, curves, insert colors, level. I can't rotate to where I want it. So if I was to do, yeah, so basically I want to rotate one image, because what's happening is I am flying through here with my drone, and I'm not an expert when it comes to paint or graphics or anything like that, so this is all new to me. So somewhere in there, like right around this corner here, this is where it lines up. Unfortunately, I'm not at the exact same heading with the drone as I'm flying, so I'm off a little bit. And that's where the issue comes into play. It's pretty close, but it's definitely off unless I change something else. Or yeah, see, look at this one. So I'm coming down here. You can see where this comes in. This is going to the left more. So now I'm coming to the left more by the power lines. The inner track here has come close. This, I'm totally, the angle is off. And see, I can match up different tracks or different items along the tracks. It's going to get a little bit more difficult without cars in the picture. I'm finding it's easier with the cars, but even if the cars are in there, the fact is, as I'm moving, I'm not going to get the exact. I'm not going to be able to get the exact angle, and I'm not too sure of a program that does it, because Paint doesn't do it. Paint.net doesn't do it. I'm not too sure if Paint Shop Pro does it. If it does, I guess I'm going to have to try it, but honestly, I'm a little bit reluctant at this point to do anything. So yeah, I want to rotate it at a specified angle. So I want to go in there and be able to be as precise as I possibly can with the rotation. And that is the issue. So if I go into Google, because Google is your friend, I guess, how do you rotate an image Uh, precisely. Word. More rotation options. Okay, wait, what is this? For Microsoft 365 Word? Word? Are you kidding me? Okay, where's this more options? Or select more rotation options. I didn't get more rotation options in Paint. I know this is a different program, but no, I don't get that option in Paint. So, I mean, I could, I don't know. I never thought of using Word to rotate an image, and I don't think that's going to do what I want it to do. Whoops. Okay, straighten photo, rotate image online for free. Folder, whatever. Rotate image online for free. Okay, well, there's ways of doing it. How do I rotate without losing quality? I don't even know if Paint Shop Pro allows it. Does rotating an image affect quality? In Photoshop and resave the image will be compressed and lose some quality. If you want to only rotate a JPEG, use a program that supports if you want to okay. If you want to only rotate a JPEG, use a program that supports looseless rotation. You can rotate by degrees in Paint by using the skew command to maintain the look of your image. Oh, GIMP. Okay, I've heard about in Paint. Select Move Selected Pixels tool. Wow, that's a lot of crap. Well, more research. So yeah, oh god, that's gonna be fun. Okay, so here's the thing that I can do within the program. If I was to, so I'm gonna go into, all right. No, let's go back to the scene. So let's move this. So assuming now here's the problem. I'm gonna duplicate this for a second, just for fun. It's not gonna be it's gonna be one of these things where, okay, so I'm gonna take this plane, I'm gonna duplicate this. That's weird. Okay, all right, so let's let's move this over for a minute. I forget how many meters we're at here. I want to be able to grab that. Can I grab that with that? I think I can. Yeah, I can. That's saved it a bit. Let me move it over this way. I know this is the same image, but I'm trying to do something here. Whoops. So I know that, like I said, I know this is the same image. I'm just trying to give it an example here of what I'm looking at here. Of course, everything's all out of whack as the curve changes and all that other stuff. Ooh, does it put the semen in there? That's another issue I might have. I don't think it does. Okay. So if I was to go into I don't want to save this, but if I was to go into the program, so what I can do is I can actually here's what I'm trying to get at. I don't want to go through all the trouble of playing around with that other image because I'd have to crop some of it off. I'd have to do other things with it as well. Process it, you name it. So let me just say this. Let me Control Z this. Okay, so we're back to where we were. I can rotate it to whatever amount I want, and it shouldn't lose any of its value. It looks like it's just the way it is. So I haven't got any more comments, so I have no idea. Anyways, so here's how the rotation works in this. This is pretty easy. Whoops. Helps if I get into the scene view, bring it over here. So, bloop. Thank God. I'm thinking I'm looking at freaking. It's been one of those. You get so excited, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a lot done. No, it's already been an hour. Nah, that ain't happening. Hello. Don't I have the? Okay. Hey, thank you. So, yeah, the rotation here, I can go. Oops, that's not the way I want to rotate it, but. Is it 180? Maybe it's that one. Yeah, see? So I can put. If I want to go like that, I can literally rotate it to a small finite. No problem to line it up. I can certainly crop the image to the size I want in any paint program. It's the rotations, and it looks like I could be wrong, but I thought there was going to be an issue with lining up certain, what do you call these things? Certain planes against each other where it'd be flashing at each other, which is, I guess they call it, I forget what they call it, Y or Z distortion or something like that, where you basically have two 3D objects and they're interfering with each other and trying to fight each other. I've seen it in some of the like different sims in that. So if that's the case, this actual issue might have solved another issue that I'm having, and that is what happens when I get to the curves, because then I'm going to have to do something else. So it might just be as simple as that, and I just have them overlapping. And one's over on top of the other. The one, depending upon the order here, I might do it that way. So bear with me for 1 second. I'll just go into the chat for a moment. You guys have any ideas? No ideas? Bet you Scott's been emailing me, but I have no idea because, Scott, I'm not going into my email on my live stream. Come over to the chat, Scott. If you're there. If your internet's working. I kind of did this because I wanted to show Scott what was going on, but I don't know if he's there or not. But anyways. Okay, give me a minute, guys. I'm going to try something different, like I said. 10 step forwards, 9 step back, as long as we're moving forward. I'll be back in a moment. Is that my sun coming down? That can't be. It's only 7 o'clock. Alright, I'll be back. I was going to say maybe he's getting sick of the hammering. I don't think that's him hammering. 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm going to try something else. Sometimes bugs or issues actually work out to your advantage. Like sometimes an unwanted bug becomes a feature. I might have just stumbled on something. And if that's the case, I might be laughing at this. So I tried 2 different paint programs to try to rotate my image. Neither one I could rotate to the image I wanted. GIMP apparently does, from what I can tell. Paint.net is supposed to, but it's not through the menu. There's some other weird way it doesn't. Which is fine and dandy. But this might have opened up... this really might have opened up a whole new possibility here. Why is scene 3 doing that? Okay, Control Z. Okay, we don't want to rotate. So what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring 293 in. Going to play with the whole images. Okay. Show that in Explorer. You see, I'm learning how to get my way around this thing. Images. All right. So we're gonna go ahead. This could really. I was worried about this thing fighting each other, and I didn't want to overlap anything, but this might have solved it. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so that's going into the materials. Don't want to do that. Go into this again. Go into your, not your sun. Main program. What am I looking at here? Perspective. That's the skybox. That's the camera. No, that's in the camera. I want the plane. Alright, let's do it this way. I feel more confident at doing this manually and then playing around with everything else. That's not it. So we'll do this. Boop boop boop. Get my stuff file. Everybody should have a stuff file. Okay, so we're going to create another plane. And the rotation is going to all depend upon, like the first one was at 101.5. This will stay the same because, as far as I know, depending, of course I can change this if I find the altitude's changed or anything like that. I don't expect 1 meter difference to be a big deal from 120 meters up. I really don't. And I'm not going to beat that anal about it anyways. So I've got my, well, this was my sun colors, but I think that's changed. Let's go, is that with my old values? Question. Don't know. I'll just go with what I got. So standard railroad gauge is 1.4351 meters. My best image dimensions currently are 4,000 by 2250. And Z times 1.77 is equal to 91.444572. That doesn't make any sense. What the hell? I'm trying to figure out what I was doing here. Is that the number? Room for 36 times. Okay, here's the problem when I do short form notes. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Z room for 36 times. Z times 1.77. Oh, I see. So X is Z times 1.77. I don't know what this room for 36 by 14351 is, but whatever. Okay. And the code, I understand the code that I'm using, which is just a get. That was the whole force with the cars, which currently I'm not worried about the cars. I want to get everything going as far as the rest of it goes. Talking gibberish right now. Sorry, guys. We'll get it going. What is... Oh, never mind. Alright. So I'm going to create another plane. I'm going to... What should I do here? I want to create a plane on its own. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Let's try that one more time. 3D object plane. What the hell? Oh, that's the scale. Okay, gotcha. So we're way off here somewhere. 120, that's good. Let's put you at 180. And we will get you going to 0 and 0. Actually, no. Pardon me. You're going over there. And once I do this, I'm going to duplicate it. Hello. Behave yourself. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. I don't even need my notes. I'll just put it beside it. So X. Shit. Control undo that one. That was a screw up and a half. Okay, plane. Perfect. In fact, let me put it to minus 250. Got to be careful what I'm clicking on. So our current rotation we'll put at 180. Bring you over to okay. Everything else is fine. I'm going to bring you. I don't know where you went to. What the hell just happened? Awesome. That's exactly what I want. All right. So, I'm going to see if I can line this one up now. And if I can, I might start playing around with my code. But we'll see. Let's go back into images. 293 is the next one. Plop you over to here. See, that's compressed. I don't like that. Didn't think that was supposed to compress so much. Hmm. I got a funny feeling these are still compressing. Even though I've asked it not to, it still does compress them, unfortunately. So this is where you're always looking at Google and, sorry old man, the email's slowed. It's okay, Scott. I think I might have figured it out, but here's what's happening. So this is compressing, I think. I've changed some settings to try to get this not to compress the image, but it seems to like to compress it anyways. By rights, what I'm doing is I'm actually doing something that is unorthodox, and I'll explain why. It's unorthodox, but for me it's simple. This is a 3D textures. What I'm doing is I'm applying a texture to a plane. Now, I could probably go ahead and swap the textures or split the textures up, which is a real pain in the ass to do. I don't know what the best way of doing that is, and I'm not 100% sure if it's done that yet. From what I tell, it kind of does look compressed, but then again, it really didn't either. So I don't know if that's just I don't know what that is, to be quite honest. But besides that, I wanna make sure I can get. Yeah, I think it is compressing it. But mind you, I've got all kinds of different things on. That one's got lighting. That one has light mapping, which is even scarier. What's this going on here? Object size and light map has reached the max Atlas size. Oh boy. Don't know what that means. Mesh collider, additional settings per object motion. I'm just trying to compare. Okay, let's try this again. First of all, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna try. See, it already puts in as a compressed file, even though I told it not to do that. So maybe I have to bring these down, split them into two or something. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do this. I can't help the files are so damn big. So it doesn't like, it goes 2048 by 1024 compressed. Well, that's okay. Let me just show you what I mean anyways. We'll just let it go. We'll let it go for now. The lighting should fix itself, so we think, although it hasn't yet. Oh, it's processing. The global illumination's processing. The more I do these, the more it's going to take a hell of a lot more to do too, which is a little scary. Mind you, I think it'll be okay because I think it'll be at a development level. It's just going to be slower every time I add one of these. Oh, shit. Maybe I shouldn't bake all that lighting. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah. So what it's doing is it's trying to blend in. I don't know what the limit of this world is either. I haven't even gone that far yet. Like, what is the Unity limit? That's a good question. Did it blend it? Yeah, it hasn't done jack shit. Okay. Next. I'm having fun. I don't care. And anybody who's grumpy and doesn't like the progress I'm making, they can bite me. Yeah. Like, I have no artistic 3D image experience. I just want to code, damn it. I want my stuff in place. You can see it. You can see the difference between the lighting. So this is what I was able to do with this global thingamajiggy lighting, and it makes a big difference. It looks pretty damn good. Well, it's almost processed. I'm just afraid. I don't know if that's going to do. Is it going to do it for it? Maybe that's how long it takes for every image, but I don't recall it this one taking as long. So maybe it's just maybe it's just thinking. I'll give it time. I got a funny feel. Well, no, I don't think it would be doing this because this is already looking good. Come on, baby. Well, while it's doing that, we'll get it lined up here. We'll get things lined up. So here's what I'm thinking if it participates with me. So somewhere, see how this is. Now I don't know where the hell this exactly fits in, and that's okay, because we're going to turn this I can rotate it. I'm probably going to rotate this one to get the tracks at least lined up. I think it's right here, although I don't see that magic little tie. I really didn't. Honestly, I would have gave it a lot more overlap had I known this may not be an issue. And that's the case, I might go out this weekend and redo my imaging. The first time I went around, I tried one that wasn't the best quality image. It was just a screenshot, and it had no problems. But what's going on here? Is this thing still... Okay, plane... Well, I guess it gave up. Plane 2? Yeah, plane 1. No, it's on plane 1. Well, from what I can tell, the global lighting just said, screw you. I don't know what this means. I don't know what half these errors mean. Oh, crap. What do you think, Scott? Am I screwed? Am I going to have to settle for playing around with the sun? And I might. Mind you, I know it's a compressed image. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to split this damn thing into 4 quadrants to begin with. Which I'm not 100% sure the best way to do it. It wouldn't be the end of the world. I could try it, see what happens. The coordinate system, is not linear or whatever. Damn, I don't want to get rid of that global lighting. It looked way better. But, for a 2D image, if it's going to cost me that much, in resources, then it's not worth it. So yeah, let's move this over here, and we'll try. Hello. Oh, I guess I got to go over this way more. Yeah, I think I've lost my global lighting. Because it just did not do it for that, and it's compressed. I can see the compression here. Although, man, that looks a lot. That doesn't look compressed. How is it compressed? Okay, that's compressed. Oh man, but look at the difference. I'm drooling over the right side compared to the left, but yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's better that I use the smaller ones anyways, because trying to fit this all into one window and rotate it is going to be too much, I think. So, I don't want to give it up. When you've seen it that good, and it's kind of like when your graphic card sucks, or your graphic card's not the highest quality, and you've got a taste of the higher quality, and it's just like yeah, because this is what my images look like. Going back to what my images actually look like, they look like that's not too bad. Just like on that, you can tell it looks way better. But then the actual is just like, yeah, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. I mean, like I said before, I was talking to Scott. I said, I'm almost to the point where I'm jealous of how the rails are, and I'm thinking of just doing a texture like that and just putting a texture to the track and then start dealing with this stuff. Textures are meant to be repeating objects. Something that you put it, like if I was to paint the grass, for example, this is like an ideal of a texture would be something like that, or maybe a little bit of that where it repeats itself and nobody knows the difference of where each and every little tiny bush is. Same with the rails, grass textures, dirt textures like this. Although, I mean, yes, there's some differences, but whoopee-doo. I kind of like how the photo picks up what it actually does look like. So that's why I'm kind of wanting to get this to show up. And yes, it is in a 3D thing, but that's when the cars go on top of this, and then they represent 3D lighting and all the other crap. The shadows get cast, the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, yeah. I don't know. I could work on the lighting, but it's probably going to take a lot. Yeah. And this to me is like, see, there's the angle right there. This is at Port Robinson. So you got an angle of something like that, where you just get a little bit of the engine, you see the CN side, blah blah blah. You got the cars. I can take textures of these, throw them on top of a nice little tiny sliver of a rectangle that's part of a component on top of a boxcar. It can be razor thin, but I can actually have that texture then I can put side textures. The cylindricals, might be a little bit more difficult. The cylindricals are the cylindricals, so I'm probably stuck with the color. I wouldn't be able to do the nice looking white stuff, and I would just have to add those other components. But yeah, anyways. We're to be the new dynamic duo. You'll be known as Shitstera. I'll be Fork. Just remember, I'm downwind. I live downwind, boy wonder. Eh? Scott, you've been drinking too much. Oh no, you don't drink. That's right. Neither do I. I just pretend I drink. Anyways, so Scott, I need your help here. What the hell should I do now? It's 7:35. I'm not going to last long. See what I mean? 10 steps forward. At least we're getting somewhere. We're finding out what we can and can't do. Like, I'm going to give up. I'm going to give up RTS because of this little thing. Give me a break. If I have to go with an image like that, fine, I'll go with an image like that, but I'm going to try my best to get that because it looks pretty damn cool. So, yeah, I have this... See, I've got this extra lighting thingamajiggy here. I should go over to scene 2 for a second. Actually, you know something? Do I want to save this? Actually, hold on a second here. Let me load up the trusty little Paint, and we will see how easy it is. I don't know if I will get. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to this tonight. Am I already in Paint? No, that's the photo. Okay. Let's try it with a different one. So what do we have? I haven't done 94 yet. All right. So Paint. Let's split this into 4. Let's try 94 here. Well, you know something at normal size. Oh, that's okay. I can zoom this in. So what we got? 4,000 by 2250. I don't want to resize. See, when I'm at this level, I've like 836. I don't know. Question is, do I really want to split it up? Or can I split it up? Okay, well, let's go back to Google again. Since I'm... Let's see, can you send that bleached looking image when done with stream? Not tonight. the bleached image isn't. The problem is, Scott, is it's not the image; it's how it's compressing it into the thing. So I can't really. There's nothing I can do unless you're in Unity with me to try it out yourself. If you got Unity, by all means go ahead and try it. You don't need to. You don't even have to worry about the programming side of things. But that's a big ask. I mean, if you want to take a look at some of these things and start playing around, by all means. The problem is I'm inside Unity. This is not what the image looks like, nor does it even look like that. This is what the images look like. So when I'm looking at the images, this is what they actually look like. These are the actual raw images. And I can go into actual size. If I go into actual size, that's how detailed it can get. I'm trying. I'm wondering if I can actually get. How's the best way to split a JPEG? There's a question. See, I have more questions. Actually, perhaps send me the two images from the start of the stream. Okay, how about I think, Scott, I've already sent you 90. Haven't you received? I think I sent you these two images already. So what I'm looking at doing, look at two images from the start of the stream. What the hell were they? You mean the images that like the stuff that looks pretty good? I can send you those. I'd have to end this stream in about 10 minutes to go. But anyways, let me just try one other thing here. What's the best way of splitting a JPEG? Easiest way to split a JPEG file. Open your browser in a Posy PDF free application website and go to Splitter Tool app. And who? Oh, split JPEG files online. Free service to split JPEG. Click the split button. Will automatically upload. Automatically uploaded split. Okay, hang on. Split JPEG into separate files online. By uploading your files or using your service, you agree to our terms of service and privacy policy. What's that? All right. I'll bite. Quick access. What the hell? What's going on? Jesus, Murphy. I want to go into that. Okay. I'll bite. Okay, so I'll upload my file. By upload. Okay, so what am I splitting it into? Okay. Thank you. Alright, you didn't split diddly squat. Oh, I know why. Because I have to go... I have to do this. Blunk. Let me try this. I won't be able to get to it tonight, but what I'll do is, where am I here? No, that's not where I want to be. I'm into the download section. I don't want to be there. I'm not going to get to that. Whatever. Okay. So, blah, blah. Split other document. Sure, why not? Let's try this again. Both grid, vertical, horizontal. All right. Let's see how this works. Go ahead, split them. Let's see what this looks like here. Ooh, 425. Are you kidding me? I gotta see this. That's the actual file. Jesus, Murphy, that is. Okay. Did it actually split them? Ooh, that's pretty damn close. So this is the actual size now. Okay, what are the properties of this now? Archive root direct. Okay, hang on a second here. Extract. Extract all. So we're down to a 2000 by 1125. So it looks like I got the same properties. Well, gee, I'll have to try that next time. So before I do that, well, Scott, I'll send you. Take a look in what. I'll tell you what. Take a look, Scott, into your emails. I sent you either 92 or 93 the other day, within the last 24 hours. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Can you send the two you had side by side a short time ago? Hey, Bill. Yeah, I would have to, like I said, there was one, those things that were, okay, the ones that were side by side. I don't know what was side by side. You mean, okay, I know what you're talking about. Those are the originals. So 92 what you're looking for is you're looking for the files that I sent you, which are either 292. I haven't sent you 293, but I did send you 292. So 292 is the actual. It's the same as what I'm showing here, that I just split up. The reason why I'm splitting it up is because I'm hoping Unity handles it a little better. Because if Unity doesn't compress it as much, I might be able to get some pretty neat detail. That might help with the lighting. Now the lighting is going to be another story. Trying to get the Unity to recognize it, get the proper sunlight. The thing is, I'm not even casting shadows on anything. I'm just using it as a basically a backdrop for putting 3D models on top. So it really, the only thing it's doing is shining a light across the surface, or shining light particles across the surface at certain angles and at certain colors, depending upon the time of day, etc. So it's should be fine. But the problem is Unity. Is am I going to be able to get it to look as good in Unity? And that's something I'm going to have to try. But I'll make sure you have it if I don't give it to you tonight. Actually, my son's coming down, so we're going to be watching wrestling very shortly. Hey, bud.
Hello.
I'm just finishing up a live stream here.
Okay.
So I was trying to get. Remember that global lighting I was talking about?
Yeah.
Remember how I showed you the other day? There's 292 right there.
Yep.
Well, I tried doing 293 and the global lighting said, "Screw you, you've run out of juice. I'm not doing it anymore."
Ooh.
Yeah. So that could be a problem, but I may not need this anyways because I think this plays more. But I'm going to play around with the sun figures or whatever.
Yeah.
So these two, Scott, if you're referring to this, these two that are side by side are 92 and 93, or 292, 93. These aren't the actual images. So I sent you this one, which is an actual image, I believe. I think what I was doing, Scott, was I was comparing 292, what it looked like in Unity, versus what the actual raw image was. And it was pretty damn close. Unfortunately, this is playing around with baking and all kinds of other fun stuff, which...
Pretty complex. Yeah.
It's complex, but this isn't the end of the world. The most important thing, I think, more than anything, is to get it to not compress, which these are compressed. So what I did, Emmett,
Yeah.
remember how it was compressing, and you
Yeah.
noticed. Now, I don't know how compressed it is because when we go in,
It doesn't look too bad.
it doesn't look too bad. No.
But you can definitely tell it's compressed.
Oh, you can. Okay. All right. So that's
It's not that much.
no.
But you can tell it's compressed.
Okay. So I may compress it. It may compress it regardless. So what I did was I split the file into 4.
Huh.
So I'm thinking that if I can get it to do, what was it? This one. I think this is my road right here. If I can get, no, this is that's not actual. Let me put it to actual.
See, that's a lot longer. That's how you can tell if it's compressed or not. The tunnel looks a lot longer. Or the subway at the top there.
Well, yeah, no. I'm further down. It's not. It's compressed because I'm further, like the way the image is.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it so that I can zoom down to that level. The problem is, if I can't zoom down to that level,
Yeah. See, I can see the compression.
you already see the compression.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not too much.
But it's enough.
But yeah, it's enough.
So it's probably compressing to a 2-to-1 ratio, is what I'm guessing, because it shows.
Most likely.
Because when I see the planes, when I go in and actually, why did it do that? I don't want it as a child. Anyways, I think it was in my materials. it showed it earlier. Maybe it's this one. I don't know. One of them it shows it would show it as it would say over here that it was compressed. It was compressed at 2048 by something or other. So it actually compressed it because it was larger than that. So I'm going to try something smaller, see if it likes it. It might actually help with the lighting too. Is what I'm thinking.
Good.
But yeah, so now
Actually, it should. But,
well, I don't know, but
yeah, it depends.
but so this is the actual. So now no, that's not the actual. This is the actual.
Yeah.
So now you see what I mean? It's taking up the full screen. It's about as low as I can get, which is pretty damn good.
It looks really good. Like,
Yeah.
You can't really get much better than that.
Well, I can't because, and this is, keep in mind, I'm 120 meters up.
The only way you can get better than that is if we had the capability of 2.7K or 4K imagery, which
No, this is.
doesn't. Is it? Is it? Nah.
Well, no, yeah, it is. It's the same. It's the same as the 2.7K. This is the image is the same whether you're shooting in 1080 or 2.7K.
Yeah.
We found that out over the weekend.
I don't know what 4K is.
Well, 4K, I don't give a rat's ass about 4K. I can't do 4K.
No, you can't display a 2.7K video.
No, it's not the video. It's this is the picture quality.
Yes.
So if I can get the image quality this far down from like in a non-pixelated, which it's not, you can see every rock.
See everything. So
You can see every rock.
See the paint,
We're 120 meters above the surface,
yeah, you can see all that. Which
and
is
it's not zoomed.
very impressive.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want that lighting. I want it to look that good. If I can see it from 120 meters, I want to see it from 120 meters in Unity and show that quality.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm asking too much, but
I think it's possible. I don't see why it shouldn't be.
because in any other, like, I look at these screenshots. Get me back my screenshot.
That's gonna take me freaking 5 minutes until you get.
I don't want this dark ass photo. Jesus. Yeah, well, whatever.
I'm gonna try to figure out where this is.
It's Welland.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Welland at night where somebody was bitching about me flying a helicopter by the hospital. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Everybody bitches about something. People bitching about my developing and giving up. I'm giving up. No, I'm not giving up. If I was giving up, I wouldn't be doing live streams and trying to ask people for help. Woo! Okay.
Hurdles are fun.
Well, it's fine. It's like
Yeah.
it's
You're gonna get a hurdle any way you do it. So
that's
it's great to
fine.
overcome them, too.
That's fine because I'm learning.
You learn
I'm
learn
learning.
a lot when you run into things like that because you have to fix it. I mean,
I'll send an email too. Well, I'm gonna watch wrestling, so maybe around 10 o'clock tonight, if you're around, Scott, I'll try to remember. I'll try to remember to send it because we're gonna be watching wrestling in a few minutes. And anyways, guys, thanks for the help. Appreciate you running live. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the support. I took down my comment section on my forum because I had a bunch of trolls on there telling me I was Hitler or something like that, and that I was not a real man because I was bald or some crap like that. So I saw that. I said, okay, this was the first comment I had in months, and I'm like, okay, I'm taking my comment section down. Maybe at some point I'll do a forum. As always, you guys can once this goes live on my channel, you can look back at other channels, like, subscribe, get notifications. You can also get through to me. I believe you can send me a message directly in YouTube. I'm not sure, but anyways, you can definitely give me comments, and I will check comments. And if it gets locked for some reason, hopefully I'll unlock it. It sometimes does that. Who knows why? Anyways, that's it for now. Have a good one, guys. We'll talk to you later.